Welcome to Picton, heart of the Sounds. Well, it's been an amazing trip. After a week with the grandkids, I'm about to head to South Island. Started out with 4 of us from Palmerston North. Check-in for the ferry is at 2:30 in the morning, and she sails at 3:30. Caught the 03:30 ferry in the morning. Thank you, mate. Arrived here in Picton at about 7 o'clock in the morning, off the ferry. Well, the sign says Kia ora and welcome to the South Island, Te Wai Punamu. Straight away we're heading south. So we're heading towards Westport, where the first major event of the trip happened, and then there were 3. Oh, what a bugger. So, gotta say, it'll be the first time I've ever had a big gorilla on my bike. It was a bit of a learning curve for both of us. He had to learn to trust somebody else and allow me to take the lines I wanted to take. After going up to Denniston. It's good because there's a lot of interesting history, and here we have the big gorilla coming up the Denniston incline. So that's where it went, down there. We headed down to Greymouth, visited the Punakaiki rocks on the way, Pancake Rock. Oh, very touristy. Very, very touristy. Greetings and salutations. Wasn't like this 30 years ago. Heading down to Pancake Rocks, Punakaiki Rocks, Pancake Rocks. For obvious reasons. We had a night in Greymouth. The mouth of the Grey River. Oh, we're here. Greymouth. Down to Arthur's Pass. Camera just won't do it justice, I know. It's still got its own majesticness. And there we met up with Andrew, who rode over from Christchurch to join us. So we're about to leave Arthur's Pass, and we've just been joined by Andrew. 750 GSXF for 98. Oh, hello Mr. Kia. Oh, there's a couple of Kias up there too. Native New Zealand parrot. From Arthur's Pass back to the west coast and down to Haast at the start of the Haast Pass, which was the most rain that we had for the whole trip. Another one of these lovely one-lane bridges over the I don't know what river. Then Haast Pass. Alright, that's a river and a half. The next stop after that was in Invercargill. Apparently he once was voted the 3rd strongest man in New Zealand. And look at him now, the cripple. Destined to ride on the back of somebody else's bike. It's funny. Well, there's a coincidence. And so while I'm searching for her grave, Aaron's on the cell phone looking at Trade Me for bikes down here in Southland, and comes across a likely looking suspect right here in Winton. Goodbye, Minnie Dean. The world forgives you. You weren't as bad as they thought you were. Where Aaron came across and then there were 5. Holy heck, the bike feels light. Then we went down to Bluff. Oh, we just had a photo stop at Bluff, the end of State Highway 1, up through the Catlins. Well, Slope Point is down there. Is that why they call it Slope Point? Because all the trees slope that way? No. Dunedin, we rode up the steepest street in the world, Bourbon Street, the world's steepest street. They reckon that's the most photographed building in the country for a manky old railway station, eh? Next day was up to Christchurch via out near the Danzies Pass. Well, somewhere near Danzies Pass in Otago, then into Oamaru to the Steampunk HQ for a visit. And there's our destination straight in front of us. We've made it to the Steampunk HQ in Oamaru. Hard-working locomotive engineers. And then up to Christchurch. Ended up staying there a couple of nights. Following day, met up again with Aaron and Andrew, and we took a ride over to Akaroa on the Banks Peninsula. Wow, she sure is pretty. And then Aaron and I, yesterday, we left Christchurch and headed up the coast road. Because it was fortunately open after being closed off and on. That was a great ride. We got up to Blenheim out there and visited Peter Jackson's Aviation Museum, the displays of World War I. And the other one was from World War II. And we stayed at the lodge over there, and I think I've left my Kindle in the room. So we'll just park the bike out here, go in and have a look. Oh, beauty car. Welcome to Hastings. It must be Saturday the 10th of March. I left Hastings on Friday night the 2nd of March, and goodness knows how many kilometres I've done. What can I say about that ride? It was just awesome, very, very quick. 6 days, well, a couple more for me and Aaron, but basically the group of us were together for 6 days, and we rode the entire circumference of the South Island far too quick, really. Not for a ride, because the riding is what it was all about for us. But if you were going to have a look around the South Island, no, 6 days is far too short. You need a couple of months or more to have a decent look around the South Island. So I've got, I don't know how many files and how many gigabytes of video. It's going to take me the rest of the year to edit it all, and I won't be able to even make a start on it until I get home to my own computer and my own usual editing software. But I do have Windows Movie Maker, I think it is, that I downloaded onto the little laptop that I've been carrying around with me. So while I'm here for the next week, maybe I could do a little upcoming highlights type of thing about the trip, about what's coming up, because I think I'm going to end up with quite a few parts. But that's all part of the fun of moto vlogging. As far as I'm concerned, I enjoy the editing side of things, trying to make something out of the waffle and the bits and bobs that I have. Oh, you. How did I manage that? I'm getting tired.